challenge to absorb all there is to see at E3 every year. Once we've gotten our hands on everything we can, it's an even bigger hurdle to pick which games are better than others, and of course, which is the absolute best. Our primary criteria are diversity and playability. The game has to be in controllable form. If we can't touch it, we can't nominate it. Big points go to games with different elements to show, so we don't have the same conversation about it over and over. This isn't about predicting which game will be better when they're all finished. These are the 6 best games from E3 at E3. And the nominees are... Dark Souls 3 is coming to the current gen, and while we may have had reservations about the speed at which this sequel was produced, those were all reduced to ash after an inspiring demo. It looks incredible, taking the richly saturated detail of Bloodborne and applying it to the crumbling castles of the Soul series. Hidetaka Miyazaki has also learned the value of a diverse arsenal, granting each weapon an alternate stance, each emphasizing something unique about Souls combat. Our eyes are aching to see more. Just a few weeks ago, we were unsure about the future of Fallout 4. After E3, Bethesda has left some questions unanswered, but we still got a heaping helping of updates on this highly anticipated debut. We got to see how our character's quest begins, how our faithful pup will work in gameplay, and how to customize our own small town out of scrap we dig up in the wasteland. After seeing it at 2 press conferences, it's obvious that Fallout 4 will be the biggest game in the series so far. We were not prepared for the brutal precision of For Honor, but after the doors of E3 closed, it's all we could talk about. It's not often you see a game announced that's playable and looks as good as this does. The battlefield is bursting with life, and each sword swing is so convincingly animated that you know who's won or lost before blood has been spilled. It plays unlike any other action game at E3, which isn't said often, and the matches are the perfect length to make you want to keep queuing up again and again. Halo is usually a guaranteed blockbuster, but it wasn't really on our radar before the show. The single and multiplayer offerings of Halo 5 Guardians put the franchise back in orbit for us, especially the frantic new mode Warzone. It's accessible and speeds up the best parts of other online modes, but still requires teamwork to dominate. There's still a lot we don't know about the story, but several new soldiers joined the party on both sides, making it look like everything about Halo this year got plenty of attention. We've fought impossible machines in post-apocalyptic forests before, but there's something about the world of Horizon Zero Dawn that's captivating. Maybe it's the unusual design of the various monsters roaming the open world, or the varied attack patterns the tougher ones employ, or the various traps and weapons at your disposal, whether you bring them into battle or rip them off the target's frame. Judging by the distant mountaintops, there's still much of this world left to see, but for now, there's plenty left to analyze from this stellar debut. It's difficult to sell a sequence from a game to someone who wasn't there to see it, and Naughty Dog is still holding on to half of their explosive E3 demo of Uncharted 4. But until everyone else sees how Nate manages to survive this incredible chase, we'll have to keep talking about it. The action moves so fast, your eye only has an instant to take in an artfully assembled marketplace before it's completely decimated. It's not just the visuals, it's the performances, the writing, the weapon swapping, and the seamless transitions between modes that make Uncharted stand out at every E3. And the winner is... Judging by how much there was to say about Fallout 4 at E3 this year, we're not surprised Bethesda held their first press conference. Fallout 4 was more than capable of holding our interest for almost a third of the event. After seeing more combat at the Xbox briefing, we realized we got more of Fallout 4 than most other games available, and everything we got was good. We were teased with areas we can't wait to explore, and modes like base building that we fully expect to get lost in for hours. And we haven't wanted a pre-order bonus like we're legitimately craving that Pip-Boy in a long time. Even after being given so much time to speculate before E3, Fallout 4 still exceeded our expectations, making it our game of the show for E3 2015.